Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hope all is well. Hope everything's going all right. Um, See, I only have one person in right now, so it's all good. We'll go ahead and get rolling. Didn't want to have a long meeting, but I did want to give the opportunity to walk through the class and walk through expectations and all the good stuff like that. Give the opportunity for you guys to ask questions if you had them live. And then also, you always can email me as well. So if you go to Canvas and go to your class and your Canvas announcements, is where all of class emails will go. And so you may have seen that, or maybe you just got the email. So the way I will communicate is I'll always shoot an email to the whole class, but also I will put the email archive it here in Canvas announcements. That will be the only thing that I use Canvas for. It's just to archive class emails. So if you go throughout the semester and you're trying wondering if I've said anything or you haven't heard from me in a while, you can always go to your Canvas announcement and see where I have posted, all communication history. So, the first one just course description, greeting and description, letting people know or let you guys know what this class is about, just letting you know it's an online class and everything like that. All right. Then just reminding you, I sent these emails, some of the emails I sent in the beginning of the semester, just reminding you that this class didn't get started until, this week. Required materials, math lab. So this is just to let you know what we will be using as far as this course goes. We have a computer component called Math Lab that we will use to do all of our assignments and everything like that. And this is a way to get registered into it. So basically, we can go to Math Lab before we leave just to make sure everybody's okay. But basically, use this link and you will register, use this course ID. Then between these three options, you will have a choice of. And then you should be able to see the course and course materials. And like I said, we'll get to that in a second, but that's what that email was about. All right, next one, Math Lab specifics. All right, so this is just letting you know how we will be using Math Lab. So the first statement of importance is this first one right here. Math Lab does not work well with Safari. So use Chrome or Firefox. Chrome has always worked. Sometimes Firefox is a little funky as well, but Chrome always works. I never have a problem with Chrome. But if you use Safari, sometimes it will open up, sometimes it won't. Sometimes the assignments will pop up, sometimes it will not. So it's always best that you do not use Safari. And for those who don't know, Safari is something that comes along with the Apple product. That's the internet browser that comes along with Apple products. So you can download Chrome and Firefox for free, and you should be able to use those. All right. So here, see the next statement is you cannot pass the course without access to MathLab. That's where all of our assignments will be generated and submitted. So all your test assignments, whatever we do, final exam, midterm, all the good stuff like that. Well, we're not doing the midterm, but just the final, will be done through MathLab. And so you must participate and show activity weekly for your attendance. You don't have to get in there daily, but weekly you should show some type of activity in MathLab. Even if you just go in there, hit save on a homework and come on out, you should show some type of activity. All right. If you having any type of issues with Math Lab or anything like that, make sure you communicate that to me so I can operate accordingly, move accordingly, see if there's anybody I need to get involved with the issue, or if it's just something that's gonna blow over in time, like if the site goes down, they'll fix that, shortly. But I need to know that if it's near due date, so those type of things. The way homework is done is that we'll have unlimited amount of tries to get the best grade possible on your homework. Also, the way I would be looking at your homework is, anyway, keep doing this. But anyway, 75 or better is what we're looking at when it comes to homework, because remember, you get unlimited amount of tries to get the best grade possible. So I'm looking for at least a 75 with unlimited amount of tries. There's no such thing as unlimited amount of problems. So at some point, you're going to run across a problem that you had eventually, had previously. So 75 is what we're looking at. So 75 to 84.9, you'll get a 90%. In my grade book, 85 to 100, you get full 100%. So if you shoot for at least 85, you'll get a full 100% as far as your homework is concerned. Now that's just for homework, Test reviews are not mandatory, but if you score 85 or better, then I'll add 5 points to that respective test. All right. And they're set up like homeworks as well, in which you can do the unlimited amount of tries, you can practice and everything like that, and it lets you know what type of problems will be on your test. So even if you don't do the test review, you should at least go in there, take a look at the type of problems you about to experience for your test, and go from there. All right. So for your actual test, you get 2 attempts to get the best grade possible. Now with your test, your grades are what they are. So if you get a 75 on the test, then that's the 75. It's just the homeworks that I look at them, with a little bit of a buffer. All right, or curve. And then from there, email me a copy of your scratch work for your test submissions, not your homework, just your test submissions. So, you can take a picture with your phone, send it to me, or if you're going to scan it, it's fine as well. But you will email me a copy of your scratch work. Questions, anything, anybody before we go to the next thing? All right. Okay, so now here are previously recorded lectures of all of the sections from beginning to end. You see they're labeled by section and everything like that. So these are all sections. Same guys, same notes as if you were in the class with me. Just a class that I had over Zoom and I, recorded it. So yep. If you have any issues with any of those, let me know, but they're all YouTube links. Look at them or not. It's not, you don't have to look at them, but if you want to, they're there at your disposal. This was just a reminder that class is starting this week here at my office hours. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you can click on this link at between 9:30 and 12:30. Tuesday and Thursday, 1 to 3. So if those hours don't work for you, then you always can email me. We can set up a time to meet outside of those hours. But those are the ones that I have set aside. And then the last email was the one about today's meeting. All right. So before we go to Math Lab, any questions on any of these emails? As always, as I mentioned in the beginning of the class, I will archive all of our emails right here in your Canvas announcements. So any class emails will be archived here in the Canvas announcements. Outside of that, I will not use Canvas for anything else. Everything else will be done through MathLab. So when you hit that link, it should take you here to this page, and you guys will register as a student. And hit register now. And then you would type in that course ID, and then from there, it'll ask you for your information and everything like that. And from there, you should be able to register. And if you're able to pay for it right now, you go ahead and pay. If not, you either use the 14-day free pass, or you've already paid for it through TCC's bookstore. All right, so let's look at you guys' class. So we have a lot of people that are already enrolled. And so we have people that have been working. Remember I gave you guys an opportunity to just get in there and get started early if you desire it. Here's your syllabus. So, gives you all the information. All of your assignments are here. It's open to the last day of class according to SIS. If I have a couple more days to give you according to grading and stuff, I will give that to you. But as of right now, we're looking at April 28th. And your final exam is normally the week of this final day. So that should be Friday, or is that on Monday? Let me see. Yeah, so that will be the prior week. So the week of April 22nd. So that's the week before. This is a Sunday, which is April 28th. So that week that precedes that would be your final exam week. And so the way final exams happens, I will give you 4 or 5 options to choose from at different days, different times that you can choose from. and you would just log on to Zoom during those times. I'm going to give you a couple of emails, with those information and all the stuff like that, instructions, like bring your course ID. I'm not your course ID, your ID, so you can show the camera all the different stuff. But we'll talk about that as we get closer to it. But you have 4 or 5 days and times to choose from. All right, but you see all of your assignments, and all of them have the same due date of 4/28, and then here's your final exam review. The way this is set up is that there's always a block of homework, test review, and then test. Block of homework, test review, and then test. So all of them fit that way. All right. So like I said, I'll have one due date, which is the 4/28, and I just do it that way. That leaves room for life to happen, and you can just get caught up. So just make sure you take advantage of that. And if you have any tendencies to procrastinate, make sure you tighten up. And if you always have questions on where you should be at the moment, always feel free to shoot me an email. Now, when you in your homework, when you're doing your assignments, notice that there are homework and tests. If all you see is homework, it's because of this tab up here. It's probably just set to homework, and that's all you will see is your homework. You can also set it to just tests, in which all you will see is your tests. 4 tests that you have. And you see you got 2 attempts here for your test. And if by some chance you mess up on an attempt and you want a third one, it's nothing but a conversation. Just shoot me that email. I don't mind making that adjustment. But initially you have 2 shots to get the best grade possible. All right. So let's see. Let's go into an assignment so we can show you how MathLab works. Make sure everybody's okay with that. All right, so here's one of your assignments. So I'm just going to throw anything in here. You check this, say that's incorrect. So they try to give you a hint as to what will help you get to the answer. You got to check again, same thing. Notice it gives you 3 chances to get the answer correct. Once you hit final check, it tells you what the answer is. So either you can go next question or you can hit similar question. If you don't hit similar question at that moment, it will always be right here to reset the problem, in which you have a problem that's very similar to it, just the numbers may be different. And if you get it right, you'll get full credit. So notice here you have a red X. If you were to get it right, it turns into a green check. Same thing here. If you were to go to your listing of problems, come on, it's not popping up. For some reason it's moving weird. All right, so right here would turn into a green check as well if you get it right. But until then, it'll be a red X. All right. Down here are your help tools. Help me solve this. Normally people don't click on help me solve this because what it would do is help you solve the problem that you're dealing with, and then it will mark it wrong because it gave you, the answer. Most people like to do view an example, when if you do view an example, it will bring up or pull up an example that's very similar to it, and then you can walk through the steps, and it'll help you to do so. Figure out what the answer is. And then some people even like to print out this, and so that's an option as well. Then here, get more help. Now, how many options you have here is based on the complexity of the problem. You could have video, and because what's it called? Instructor video, something like that. Basically, Pearson have their own instructors that sometimes will have videos up here. Then you have animation. I think was pretty much is a video that's an animated video without an instructor. Then you have here textbook, which it takes you to a problem in the book where this problem is discussed. Let me see if I can get it out right. It takes you to a place in the textbook where this problem is discussed. There you go. And then as my instructor is sending me an email telling me that you had an issue with this problem. Now, if by some chance I don't respond to that, always feel free to email me the regular way, the conventional way, because every now and then there's an issue with interfacing and technology communicating, this going to TCC and whatever. But if I don't respond, just know that I'm not telling you to respond to email me so I can not respond. So, I could have got lost in the shuffle. Anything could have happened. So always feel free to email me, whether it be email me a reminder or just, checking to see if I got the problem. So, yep. So that's how MathLab works. Questions on MathLab? Everybody good? Everybody good? Okay, let's see. Let's go back to MathLab. Let's see. Oh yeah, your ebook, e-text is right here. You can go right here and pick on what section you want, go to, hit e-text, and then so you have the textbook at your disposal. That's why we don't make you purchase a hard copy, because you have the e-text that you can go to at any given point in time. Let me see, is there anything else I need to address? Syllabus assignments, grading. So that's pretty much it. Did anybody have any questions, concerns, comments before we let out? I didn't want to hold you too long, but I just want to just go through it. And like I said, I'll make sure that if anybody had any questions live, they could have the opportunity to ask me. Everybody good? Everybody straight? So I see a lot of you are in Math Lab already, so that's great. So make sure you guys are able to be in there, see everything you need to see, and attack these problems. Don't forget, it's only an 8-week class. So I think it's 7 weeks plus that final exam week. So make sure you take advantage of your time. This time will be gone before you know it. And you don't want to put yourself in a position where you have to ask for an extension or whatever the case may be, because those may not be as easy to get as we would like sometimes. So you want to go ahead and knock it out and get as much, get your work done in a timely fashion. But if no one has any questions, I walk through the emails, I walk through how we're going to operate. Basically, you just do your work. You have until 4/28 to get everything done. Everything is, open. All videos are open to you. So there's nothing stopping you from getting all your work done. Um, Other than that, you guys have a great one. Be safe. My door is always open for any questions or any concerns. And I'll see you around. All right, y'all have a good one.